got this career the other night. Like, what are some of the things that maybe, are there things you still draw on, like, now that you learned from him, just like growing up with a football coach that helps you?
I grew up around the game. My dad was the high school football coach for our team as Prosser Mustangs. Had a little Friday Night Lights feel to it, small town out in Washington, and so those were my idols growing up. That's what I wanted to be every day. Getting done with school, I just went down to the football field and I was the ball boy, and I just hung around those guys. That's really what my childhood was, and so I was fortunate to be around it. Sitting there watching film with him at night as he's preparing each and every week in high school football, and so that was really my foundation.
What do you think made him? It was like 21 titles, like 6 state titles. I think what made him such a good player?
I think he's really organized, had a very clear vision. The commitment by our high school and for our community was really, really special. Everyone was all in on the football team, and so to build that buy-in was really, really special. And then on the field, I thought we were always innovative. We always used tempo. We always were trying to push the envelope.
You said the other day, like tempo, innovation, so that kind of carries over to like early foundation to now.
Yeah, I certainly think just my foundation, being around my dad, being around Chris Peterson at Boise, who's always been known for innovation and thinking outside the box. I think we're all, at the end of the day, we're all just trying to grow and find an edge in some capacity.
Do you really find like high school football clubs and like take stuff and use it as give yourself ideas?
We have found a couple over the years. Hey, wherever it is, college, NFL, high school, there's plenty of good coaches around here.
How do you find those?
That's a great. I'd have to dig on it. We've definitely gone down that road a little bit, just finding different cut-ups. The beauty of social media is can be certainly the devil that it is, but at the same time, the resources that you can find are really, really awesome. And so you can find clips of high school teams running goofy formations or a double pass or a reverse, and hey, maybe that can apply to us. And so it's all right there.
Kellen, how's that relationship and just that relationship with Devontae has grown from when you got there this past offseason to now, and just what are some of the qualities that you like about what he provides?
Yeah, it's been so fun to really team up with Smitty this year. Tremendous player, tremendous person, but then when you get to interact and just his football intelligence and his feel for this game is really, really special, and certainly something that we embrace, we lean into. I love the feedback that he can share during games because it's going to be really, really accurate, and he's going to give you a great pulse of what he can do, the adjustments that he can make, and maybe a certain call that we can go to, and so we definitely emphasize that.
He's been so successful in like every stop he's had, from college, winning national titles, the Heisman Trophy, now playing in the second Super Bowl there. Are those intangibles what probably makes him or separates himself from the rest of the receivers?
Yeah, certainly his feel, his intangibles, his ability to just play this game at such a high level, it's really, really special. He can win at the line, he can win at the top, he makes tough catches, he goes and blocks, when Saquon makes a big run, more often than not, Smitty's right down there making a big time block, and so he's just got everything.
Obviously, you have always had your mind on the task at hand throughout your career, but was there a point, especially once you started taking good coaching interviews and knowing that's what you want to do, where you were intentional about sort of taking notes in the back of your mind about whatever head coach or even the people you've chosen to work with?
I think you're always taking observations everywhere you go. Even as a player, you're always taking notes of, in the back of my mind, I always anticipated maybe being a coach. Certainly that got confirmed the later I went into my playing career in Dallas, and so you're always taking notes of things that maybe you'd want to take in a future opportunity, whether it be a coordinator, head coach, whatever that role may be. And so it's been a lifelong journey.
Has that been a positive that you found working for 3 different organizations in 3 years, being able to expand that?
Yeah, certainly. I've been around a number of coaches, as a player and a coach in a few different spots, and there's so many ways of doing this thing. I think you try and embrace what pieces would best suit you and help you become the best version of yourself.
Having that experience as well kind of open up opportunities when it comes to building a coaching staff and kind of having those connections. How does that impact?
Yeah, I think the longer you're in this business or in the NFL, the more people you're going to get connected to, and there's a lot of awesome coaches around this entire league in college football, and so it's really special when you get to build those relationships. Yeah, Nuss is tremendously detailed. Does a great job with the football, with the quarterback fundamentals. Has a great feel for that. Certainly, we've been fortunate to team up in 3 spots now, and so I think the world of it. Yeah, certainly when we went to Los Angeles, I thought if the opportunity presented itself, he would be a phenomenal coach to team up with again. It worked out great, and it worked out again in Philadelphia, and so I've been fortunate.
Kellen,
Yes, good to see you. Yeah.
What's it like to sit down with JALEN HURTS for the Super Bowl week?
Yeah, it's a really fun collaborative process. I think that the fun part of this 2-week journey is you put a lot of the game plan in last week, and then you kind of make those tweaks and adjustments as the week goes on. And he's watching film, I'm watching film. Everyone on our team is just trying to absorb as much as they can and put ourselves in the best position to be successful.
Knowing how obviously run heavy you guys are this year, you need to be
Yeah.
What's the collaboration? How can you specifically describe his involvement in what you guys want to do against
Saquon too?
Yeah. But really with James.
Yeah, certainly. I think we have a collaborative environment that I think is a really big advantage for us. That certainly we want input, we want collaboration, we want conviction in what we do, and so the more conversations we have, that allows us to build that consensus. And so I think even as the game progresses, it's that communication. Jalen and myself, Saquon in the run game, the offensive line. More often than not, I've experienced if players are convicted, they really believe in something, they're going to make it work.
What are the footprints of Steve's defense that you have to account for in order to be successful?
I think he does a really good job. He stresses you in the sense that he's going to make you earn it. They don't give up easy plays. They're always connected. They're always aligned properly. And he'll stress you in the protection game, and he'll stress you with pressure on first and second down to stop the run.